Today is all about embodying your main character money energy. Very, very important for us to identify with what we want to call in to our life, our business, and our work. And for us to, in a sense, have a connection to the amount of money that we want to bring in. So, welcome to day 2 of DELULU December. This is a 31-day manifestation exercise. If you haven't seen day 1 yet, I would invite you to go and check it out. I will have it linked below. This is going to be posted here on YouTube, but also on the Manifesting Entrepreneur podcast. So you can listen to it audio or you can watch it, whichever you prefer. And I just want to touch on what came through yesterday because it was very, very powerful. If you saw yesterday, I walked you through a whole exercise at the end, and I'm going to do another exercise at the end too of today's episode. And so be sure you watch all the way to the end or listen all the way to the end so you can be sure that you can really layer on to what we did on day 1. So day 1 was all about really embodying and unlocking your next level business success by really focusing in on the amount of money that you want to call into your business by the end of 2024. And really, in a sense, aligning yourself with this number and making sure it's a number that you internally feel called to connect to and to bring in versus externally what you think you should want or desire based on what's happening within your industry. I'm in the coaching mentorship space. And so it's very clear what numbers and goals and things that people are hitting within their business and what sort of the industry standard is. But yesterday, if you listened, it's really about guiding it back to, well, what is the number that connects in with you? And so I walked you through a really powerful exercise at the end, and I want to share what came through for me because I set the intention to connect into a number that felt good for me and resonate with me. And the number that came through was $535,000, 346. It wasn't any zeros. It was all numbers. And there was a lot of 5s in it. And I thought that was really interesting because 5 is my soul number in numerology. 5 is really connected to the teacher and the speaker archetype. And so it's something that I can fully connect into of, okay, why is it that I want to bring this money in? So a lot of times what happens is we set these big money goals, but we're disconnected from what we actually want to use the money for. So for me with this number, what really came through was being able to have a virtual assistant. I've contracted, different people to work for my business, but I've never had an actual full employee yet. So using that to really connect into like a virtual assistant. I've played around with ads to be transparent, but I've never had ads fully going. And that's a very divine feminine flow way of doing business that I want to focus on more in 2025. So that some of that money will be used for that. I'm feeling really called. I shared this yesterday, but I'm going to do a retreat next year. So having money for that. And so the number felt very like a good, solid number to focus on. And it felt something like I could be connected into. And so I would invite you to look at this number that came through for you and comment down below and let me know what number came in for you, that you feel fully connected and embodied to that number, that you know what you're going to do with it. And I want to share this analogy that I think will really help those of you who maybe feel like the whole concept of the energy of money are really connecting into that main character money energy. It seems a little bit too aloof, like you want something a little bit more tangible. And so one way I really love to describe this is by really connecting into the universal law of co-creation. So when you're focusing in on the money that you want to bring into your business, it's a co-creative process. And a lot of us that have transitioned from more of an employee mindset to entrepreneurial mindset, we think that we're working for money and we're almost like we're trying to get money, we're trying to grab money, we're trying to go towards, we really want the money, instead of it being more of money gets to work for us, money gets to hang out with us, money gets to flow with us. And the energy of money, when you look at it, especially within this year of 2024, which is an 8-year, which is all about abundance, money is really about life of the party vibes. It's really about moving and flowing and taking a lot of action and moving towards things. And like I said, it's a co-creative process. You're not working towards it. You're not trying to put this effort in to try and get it. You're just in a relationship with it in a sense. And something that came through that I think is a really insightful way to kind of ground this in is think about money as it's like the cool girl at school. She has the cool backpack, she has the cool clothes, and you want to hang out with her, but you don't think you're cool enough to hang out with her. And so there's this disconnect from it. It's like she's up here and you're down here, and you're kind of like, I want to hang out with you, but I don't feel like I'm cool enough. And that's where a lot of us are within our money. We're grasping at money that we think is like unattainable. It's above us. So this number that you want to bring into your business by the end of 2024, it can't feel like it's up here. It can't be like the cool girl. It's the cool girl, but then you're also the cool girl too. Just using this as an analogy. And, you can think of it as you want to invite money in. So say you're inviting the cool girl over to dinner and she's supposed to come at 5 o'clock. And it's 5:05 and she still hasn't showed up, and you start stressing out. You start calling, texting, you're like, where are you? Why aren't you here? Why don't you want to hang out with me? And you really compare this to when you put out offers and services within your business. When you are having conversations with different clients about working with you, what is that energy and that vibe that you're putting out there? And be honest about it. Are you feeling like there's like this needy, this intense overwhelm, like a lot of fear energy, or is it more of a default state of like, I know that they want to hang out, I know that they want to work with me, I know that my work can serve them? Because whatever the energy is, the feeling, the vibe that you're putting in towards attracting in money through your offers and services by working with clients, that is what's causing the money to either magnetize towards you or retract. And so using this example again, you have money coming over for dinner. It's 5:05. She hasn't come. You're freaking out. She's going to be like, let's just take a little pause. I'm just going to give you a couple of days. Maybe I'll regroup with you like sometime next week. And you might be experiencing this in your business where money is coming in, it's going out, it's up and down. Some months are good, some months are bad. And it's really because of this feeling and this flow that you're in with money. If you feel like it's a co-creative process, you're working with money, the money is coming in and going out, and it's coming in and it's growing and it's doing all the things it needs to do. But if you feel like this attachment and this overwhelm and this fear around it, this is why it's not staying in your life and in your business and growing the way that you want it to. And so if you connect back into your default state of just being cool, calm, and collected, money's going to show up. Money showed up. They were supposed to be there at 5. You held the faith. You knew that they were coming. You didn't stress. You didn't text. You're just like, oh, she's going to be here when she arrives. She gets there at 5:15. And not only did she bring cupcakes, but she brought balloons. She brought champagne. It's going to be better than you could have ever expected because you were just in your cool, calm state of that she's about to arrive. She's going to be there. It's going to be better than you could ever imagine. And so when you are really embodying your main character money energy, it really is about being at this default state of you are always expecting it to work out for you. And I know sometimes this can be tricky in business because sometimes things seem like they might be not going the way that you want them to go. Or a lot of times in my life, honestly, it looks like things are falling apart. And you're like, okay, I'm putting this effort and this action. I'm staying cool, calm, and collected. And it looks like things are falling apart. But in my experience, honestly, it's always come into fruition better than I could have ever imagined. So it's almost like you keep this default state, knowing that trusting that the money that you want to call in, this amount that you want to call in, is coming to you. And you don't have to live in a state of overwhelm or panic because it's there. It's already coming through for you. And you just stay at this it's like you kind of have to keep coming back to this default state of just like knowing, trusting, and holding the faith. And that's really how manifestation honestly works within money, within life, within whatever it is you're trying to do. It's like you're staying at this default baseline, just no trusting state, despite what's happening externally, because it's all happening within how you feel about it. And a lot of times money can really come in. And like I said, like I just shared, she comes, she has the cupcakes, she has the champagne, she has the balloons. It's like better that you could even imagine. So that's why it's really about this inner knowing versus being so much in your head about it, which is what I kind of talked about yesterday. We really want to live. Yes, there's practical, there's tangible things that we can do, but as we're taking the practical, tangible action, so like creating the offers, the services, letting people know what we have for sale, building relationships, things like that within our business, it's like we want to hold that default state of I'm co-creating with money and money is here to work with me and through me with my business. So another powerful exercise that I would invite you to do today is to create what I like to call your abundance alter ego. And my abundance alter ego, I've given her a name. I call her Mrs. Wealthy Wisdom because it's based on the teacher archetype, but then it's also based on me knowing that I've learned a lot from the things that I've done with money, the mistakes. I don't like to really call them mistakes, but just like the learning experiences I've had from money, the things I've done well with money, the things that maybe I could have done better with money. And it's all about embodying this alter ego of just being wise with money. And so I invite you to create an abundance alter ego for yourself and think of it as you are on the same level as her. It's like you're where you are right now within your business, within your money, but you are shifting over. You're just kind of like moving over to this abundance alter ego and really embodying this version of yourself that, like I said, is just cool, calm, and collected, is co-creating with money. It knows how to bring it in seamlessly into their business by the end of 2024 and then going into 2025, which is all about leadership. So I invite you to name her, and to really help you with this process, I do have a workshop called the Wealthy Workshop, and it's all about diving into what I refer to as your abundance archetypes. There's 5 different archetypes I've been able to discover, and most women that I work with, they usually have a main archetype and then maybe 1 or 2 sub archetypes. So if you want to take the workshop, that can really help you too, to like name your alter ego and really embody her throughout the rest of this challenge, throughout the rest of this month, and then going into next year. And so, like I said, some of the powerful things that came through for me by doing the exercise I shared with you yesterday was the number amount that came through. But also, another powerful question that I asked yesterday was all about showing me what I can't see. And it's so important for you to ask this. And I'm going to do some more powerful questions to help you with this process. But it's really important for you to tune into the actions that you can take, but then also ask, what am I not seeing? And so something really powerful that came through for me was this whole show, this whole display of physical products that I'm meant to create that's going to help bring this abundance to me. And I found that very interesting because it's something that I've always kind of wanted to do, but it came in really strongly when I did this exercise last night of creating these physical products that have to do with the Manifesting Entrepreneur podcast and the brand and everything. And so I thought that that was very fitting, and I could see the products and I actually could see them in the store. And so this practice that I shared with you yesterday called Dreamwork is something that is going to really, really help you connect into what you can't see. And so if you didn't see yesterday's video, or listen to the podcast, I'm going to go over it really quickly so that you can start doing this tonight. So the powerful thing about Dreamwork is it's all about asking questions that you need answers to before you go to sleep. And you do this when you're in bed. I would invite you to get a journal and write out these questions. And so one of the main questions that's going to really help you really embody this main character energy is asking yourself, writing down, how can I embody my main character energy every day throughout the end of this month, the end of the year, into next year? What are the tangible, practical things that I can do within the money that I'm calling in? And what are the fun, exciting, and big dreamy things that I can do with the money that I'm calling into my business? And then the last question is all about, and I kind of touched on this a little bit, but what can I not see? What are the actions? What are the things that I need to do that I'm just not seeing? And like I said, for me, what came through was the whole physical product, which was really cool. I really connected in with a number that I shared with you to call into the end of my business. So comment down below. Let me know, what are the numbers that are coming through for you that you want to call in? What are the next steps? What are the things that you're feeling called to create that maybe you're not consciously aware of, but it's coming in through this Dreamwork practice. It's such a powerful, powerful practice. And I will have all the questions linked down below so that you can write them out a little bit more clearly in your journal tonight. And I hope that everything has been really clicking in for you in the way that resonates. Let me know any takeaways, any shifts that you're having, and I will continue to share these insights with you. And one last thing I want to share with you, a couple ways that you can work with me. I'm really excited. I am offering the Manifesting Entrepreneur Mastermind. I've opened up applications. We start in January. It's going to be 9 months. And then in October, I have my first retreat called Manifest on Maui. We can come here to Maui with me, and we are going to it's really about honestly embodying your future self now and really taking ownership of being that innovator, that visionary, that leader within your business. Because like I said, next year is all about leadership. So if that's something that you are looking into or something that you're excited about, I would invite you to book in with me. I'll have everything linked below so you can learn more about it. Reach out to me, ask me any questions. And then the other thing I'm also working on is helping you, those of you who feel called to elevate your brand through podcasting. Podcasting by far has been the most amazing way for me to connect in with you. And it's just a powerful way, especially if you feel called to really step into your purpose and your power and your voice. Podcasting is such a great way to do that. And so I've been having these deep dives, these beautiful conversations with those of you who are feeling called to share your voice in this way. And so if that is you, again, you can book a deep dive with me and we can connect in so I can help you with bringing your podcast to life in 2025. So I hope that you found this very helpful. I know that it can be a lot of shifts and things that come up, but it's really important to move through it. So when you ask these questions tonight through your Dreamwork practice in the morning, let everything come out that needs to come out, even if it doesn't seem quite like it's connected. Just write it all out. Another thing I didn't share yesterday that I want to share with you is, if writing seems a little bit too tedious for you, you can also record your voice. And this is really powerful for you if you're the teacher archetype like me, to just record your voice. So you can like hit the voice memo on your phone and just record, like just talk about whatever came through within your dreams, especially if, or not especially, but even if it doesn't seem like it connects in, there's something there. And when you keep doing this practice every single day, you'll start to see how it just builds on each other and more things come out. And so just keep it up, keep following along with the DELULU December challenge so I can help you with this process, because I'm telling you, Dreamwork is one of the most powerful ways to really connect in with the messages and the insights and the things that are going to help you in your everyday life. So thank you so much for following along today. I really enjoyed creating these videos for you and this podcast for you. Be sure to subscribe if you're not subscribed. Comment down below. Share this with another entrepreneur who could benefit. And I will connect in with you for day 3.